Hey Charnel, this is Martin with Haven Roofing. I'm about to perform that first shingle repair on your house that you contracted us to do. So this is the shingle that I'm going to repair here. The company that I work for, they just have us record the first video of us performing a repair on a homeowner's house when we start dealing with an older roof, because we might run into a roof that's not repairable. This is a video that you won't see unless it's not repairable. So what we mean by that, these shingles act as a system, and they basically fit like a puzzle piece. In order for me to remove this shingle right here that's damaged, you can see the crease that's going through here. In order for me to repair it, I do have to maneuver 1, 2, and these are 3 tabs, so there's 3 separate tabs, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 other individual shingles. On these top ones, you can see that I number them because these are the ones that are most likely to be damaged, these shingles right here. I do want to note, I couldn't find really a good spot where none of the shingles are damaged around it. There is 2 crease shingles here to just note. So this part is already unrepairable, or not repairable. These shingles are already damaged, but we're just going to pretend that they're not damaged, just to make sure that we're not running into a roof that's not repairable. If it's a roof that's not repairable, we can't perform the repairs on your roof. I'm going to be following manufacturer guidelines and just standard repair practices, and then IRC code as well. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm breaking the seal on these shingles. It is important to note, there's not really granule loss down here. After the video, we'll look to see if there is granule loss, because if there is too much granule loss, it is a sign that your roof is not repairable. And you can see that we're gonna have some granule loss for sure, because you can see the shingles on here already. Granule loss, so there's matting on these shingles that protect it, or the granules protect the matting on the shingle. And so if you have too much granule loss, there's no point in repairing it, because then you'll just leave it in worse condition, because the granules are supposed to protect the rest of the shingle. It is good for me to look for something called material transfer on here. So that's the first thing I'm going to look for. Just lift these high enough to see. I'm seeing a little bit of it, but it's not anything concerning so far. Nope. Let me check this bottom one, the one that we are going to replace. There's a little bit on that one. Not enough for us to be concerned about. So let me start the repair process. I'm going to be using more caution on this repair than normal repair processes, just to make sure that if it is not repairable, it's not from a lack of care. Okay. Potentially we could have some nail pops and other repairs, because I am being very, very fragile with this. Okay. Now I've got to get underneath both of these. Go. All right, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to pull the shingle out. It should come out. Now sometimes there is a hidden shingle. We do actually have material transfer. It's more than I actually thought. So that means that this shingle most likely isn't going to seal on the top part here. All right, let's turn it over, or let me put down your name. All right, I'll put this on the top part, that way it's not in my way. All right, so let's start with the shingle repair. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide the shingle in. All right, here we go. So I'm going to be following manufacturer guidelines. I just want to show you where I've got to nail this. When I'm nailing on these shingles, I'm going to nail it in this area, this area, this area, and this area, because that's following manufacturer guidelines. It's important to know how I need to have this nail installed. We won't need to do it perpendicular to the nailing surface, because if we go up or down like this, which I tend to want to do this because I don't want to lift the shingle as high, we can have water intrusion. So it's important for me to get perpendicular to the nailing surface. The nail zone is right here on this adhesive, and so you're going to see that's where I'm going to be nailing it at. I just like to let homeowners know that as well, because sometimes they'll ask us about the angles that the shingle needs to be lifted, which that isn't actually important. All that matters is I'm following manufacturer guidelines. So, and manufacturer guidelines is basically just the standard installation practices that we have to follow when doing any type of shingle repair. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set the nail. Now, it does look like the shingle is creasing already. There's a matting on here that's built from fiberglass. I'm just going to take a photo of this just to show the access. And I actually have to nail it a little bit higher than this. Get it from this angle. So that way you can just see. I don't want to chip the top. There we go. I like to get the corners first. That way it's not going to move on me at all. I don't know why sometimes it takes a little bit more force for these nails to go in, sometimes not as much. That one took a lot of force. Go. I'm gonna take a picture of this one for sure, because it looks like it's creating a crease on it already. geese were so close. Almost felt like those geese were gonna hit me. There we go. I've got to get 2 on here because there's 1 on the corner. And you can see this one's getting creased already. We're gonna have creases, I can tell you that now. Yeah, you can see it forming right there. Take a photo of it. Because I'm gonna dislodge these granules, but you can see it on that top part there. It's already forming. All right, let me see if I need one on this corner here. Good to go, cool. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to dislodge the granules on here to see if there's creased shingles above it. Creased is the same thing as this. I want to show you on my control. So I have a control area over here that I just like to show the amount of force that I'm going to be using to check if there's granule loss.